Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to The Return with Josh and Maria Cribbs. I am Maria Cribbs.
And I am Josh Cribbs. Welcome.
Welcome.
It's a beautiful day.
It's
nice and breezy.
No. I mean, every day that you wake up on this side of
there you go. That's what I like to hear.
The grass is a wonderful day, but I will say it is kind of chilly outside.
I like it like that. I like it like that because it's like I can go outside and sit down and just relax. Not too hot.
You can't relax in the
start
cold.
Sweating.
It's about 60-something degrees outside.
I think it's perfect, man. Take a good
I'm not ready
nap.
for the pumpkin spice lattes. I'm not ready for the pumpkin candles. I'm not ready for any of that yet. I want it to be warm until at least the last week of September.
You just know the Hawk is right around the corner. That cold, that cold tundra.
The way the arthritis in my right knee is set up, I don't want no cold weather right now.
I get it.
But how you feeling today?
I'm feeling real good.
Glad to hear. Viewers, I hope wherever you're watching, you feeling just as good as y'all be looking. Y'all have been really showing us some love on social. Oh, I wish I would have showed the clip. Our show was playing out in Las Vegas.
Yes.
A girlfriend of mine.
How did that make you feel?
I was like, okay, big play. We in here, baby. Big play is in here on the rise.
I like
Did you see that, Ryan?
Oh, yeah, I saw it, of course.
Yeah, I was like, let's go.
Yeah, we saw, who was that, Hazana?
Hazana out in Vegas enjoying herself for her birthday.
Was like, look
Happy
at you,
birthday, sis. Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. But I will say this. Every time we go to Vegas, Josh, there's a lot of people that for some reason migrate from Cleveland to Vegas.
Right.
So I feel like somebody just probably work over there and they just probably like, let's put the Ohio show on, show us some love.
Cleveland is everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm going to hop right into it if that's okay with you.
It's not okay because I wanted to ask you, how was your drive down here?
Okay. My drive was like anybody else when they hop on the road and honk a horn here and there.
Did your phone ring? Did your phone ring?
My phone did ring.
Was it on
FaceTime?
FaceTime? Was it on FaceTime?
Yes.
Was it from my mom?
Yes, your mom called me.
Did she have some stranger on the phone?
3 times. Shout out to my man Jack from Columbus,
he worked at the courthouse down there, right?
A diehard Browns fan. Thank you for not letting me forget it.
And by the way, my mom, I don't think she really knows Jack. For some reason, she just collects Browns fans.
She collects Browns fans.
But I want to know how that conversation starts. Like, hey, you like the Browns? My son is Josh Cribbs. Like, what is she doing?
That's exactly what she does. She tried. You got any Browns memorabilia? Hey, you a Browns fan? Or you just got the outfit on? And she's like, hey, you want to talk to Josh Cribbs?
and she just calls you with these.
And then she calls me. And that's how it's done.
Shout out to Jack. He said he's going to tune in to the show from now on because we gave him a shout out. So
we appreciate you, Jack.
Okay, now you can hop into
I will hop into it. Former Cleveland Brown quarterback Colt McCoy is retiring. He announced his retirement, 12 years, I believe, in the NFL. He bounced around from team to team, but we drafted him here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I played for him, under him, you know, as he was one of my quarterbacks.
Absolutely, yeah.
One of the most memorable games he played here in, it was beating the Patriots. That was a game he had went off. Colt McCoy went off. I think that was the under the Mangini.
But everybody's in here shaking their heads. I'm like, how do y'all remember this? Like,
Colt McCoy, well,
I admire the fact that y'all know every game. Like, yep, that was him. Yeah, we beat the Patriots. Yep, that's right.
Well, because they were playing some of the highlights from the game, and they were mentioning my name. Like, oh, you see that block by Cribbs? You see that block? Because I allow him to score on the edge. He scrambled around.
Josh allowed that.
Yeah, so y'all can see that clip. Go back to the Patriots game way back when.
What year was that? Does anybody know what?
I want to say 2009, 10.
That sounds about right.
That's 2010, maybe. Yeah, because we collected that year, Ryan, every year, number 1 quarterbacks coming out of college.
Y'all collect them, but y'all get rid of them like
cuz.
The Browns get rid of you like this.
It's November 7th, 2010.
Oh, there we go.
2010. I told you.
Thanks, Ryan.
It was 2010 or 2009, one of those. But Colt is moving on to be a college broadcaster. He is signing with NBC College Football. He's joining NBC Sports.
Oh.
So he'll be commentating, broadcasting
I'm not letting none of those paychecks stop. Right.
Yeah,
congratulations to him. Job well done. And welcome to retire. It's like semi-retired because he retired, but then you're doing something else.
He's retired from getting banged around a little bit. Retired from bouncing from team to team, and he never was the guy when he left Cleveland. He was always a ready backup who was battle tested and who could do the job, and he did it really well. I actually played against him again when he played for the Washington Commanders. Okay, we played against him when I was with the Colts in the champ in
I remember. I do remember that.
Either Washington or he might have been with the Bengals for a short stint. But I played against him when I was with the Colts as well. So I just wanted to mention that Colt McCoy, former Cleveland Brown, went to
you
college
always
football.
showing them some love.
Yeah, got to show them some love. And Ryan, moving on to the Browns. This last preseason game, we got a glimpse of Dante Foreman.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Dante Foreman.
I think that's right.
Yeah, Dante Foreman. And for me, he kind of gives off that Kareem Hunt 2.0.
Oh, okay.
A little bit. I would say he's younger, and he might be a little more, agile. Because I held, and I know a lot of Browns fans did, I held Kareem Hunt in very high regard. So I don't want to disrespect neither one of them, but not Dante Foreman, and to say he's a poor man's Kareem Hunt. But when you saw him this weekend, do you kind of get that he's going to be used in the Kareem Hunt type of style, or third down? I saw him catch some passes. What do you think about Dante Foreman in this offense?
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to be your short yardage back, most likely your goal line back until Nick Chubb gets back. And he kind of is. He does play a similar role. He's not as polished of a route runner and pass catcher as Kareem Hunt was in the prime of his career, but he actually showed out surprisingly preseason. I think he had 5 catches, around 50 yards. And if he can add that to his skill set, then he'll be pretty well rounded. But we all know it's going to be the platoon between him, Ford, whether it's Nyheim Hines, Pierre Strong, until Nick Chubb gets back. But Deontay Foreman was one of the guys that stood out preseason week 2.
Absolutely. And one name you said that, Nyheim Hines. We weren't able to really see him in this preseason. And do you think he's going to be a guy that's going to play this last preseason game against Seattle? You think?
I think he'll get some time for sure. It'll be interesting to see when the regular season comes what their plan is. Are they going to keep 4 running backs, that being Nick Chubb, Jerome Ford, Nyheim Hines, and a guy like Pierre Strong and Deontay Foreman? That's 5 right there. So one of them's automatically not going to make it, but it'll be interesting to see how they play out that running back room, because if Nick Chubb does come back and somehow is ready for week 1, then I got to imagine one of them's not going to be making the 53. I imagine the odd one out would most likely be Pierre Strong or Nyheim Hines, but it'll be interesting to see how that running back room plays out throughout this season.
But the funny part is, not necessarily funny, I haven't seen Nyheim Hines in preseason. I haven't seen him touch the ball at all.
Yeah, and I mean, he was coming off a year removed now from that season-ending injury, probably a little more than a year. He had like a freak accident. I think it was boating or something where he broke his leg or something like that. But he's been valuable in multiple places in his career. I remember he was good on the Colts, as a pass catcher, as that different pace back.
Right.
So he definitely, and then now with the special teams, with the new kickoff rules, I think there's definitely a role he can carve out on the Browns.
And that's why I thought he would have more value with the new kickoff rule being a dynamic kickoff is what they're calling it, because I think it suits a running back style runner to be able to hit that hole and go. You can't, in this new dynamic kickoff, it's not really allowing the returners to juke and do a lot of movement. It's a one cut downhill type of play. And for him not to get and I'm not sure if he's even cleared to go 100% yet. Maybe that's it. But I'm not sure if he's done enough. I think he has to warrant saying, that's our guy, to say Pierre Strong or one of the other guys might be out. I'm not sure, because Pierre Strong hasn't had a lot of reps in preseason as well. And usually you will want to see these guys who are fighting for spots to actually get some reps in preseason.
Right.
So
is that a sign that if you're not getting the reps?
It could be both. It could be a sign that they know you want to be here, so we're going to save this guy. Or it could be, we've already moved on from him.
What I'm
we
saying.
saw enough.
So then how do you say, at the NFL level, hey, coach, put me in the game?
You won't say. You just got to go out there and be like, hey, they're going to have to take me out.
Take somebody.
They're going to have to take me out the game.
Said, go ahead and take your spot,
They're going to have to take me out the game.
Don't let them not play you, baby. Go ahead and take that spot.
You got to run out there and be like, hey, Johnson, hey, coach, go sending me in, and just hope that they don't call no timeout. Because if they don't give you no burn, ain't no way you making it. I mean, it has to sometimes.
And you know what? It's that serious. I was actually going to ask football fans, are y'all over preseason? Like, y'all feel like preseason is a waste of time? I got a lot of people calling me, I ain't going to that game. I ain't watching that game. It's preseason.
The stadium wasn't as full.
My mom put me onto that. She was like, Maria, do you notice that the Bengals stadium jam-packed? But what's up with the Browns preseason
the stadium.
Yeah.
Not being as packed. All right, let's tackle that a little bit. That's a good question. Let's tackle that.
We're going to go to commercial?
Let's go to commercial.
Like that?
We're going to tackle that right when we come back.
All right, now you guys, welcome back to the show. Now, we were talking about it before we went to break. Is preseason a waste of time? Football fans, do you feel like preseason is a waste of your time? I've been getting a lot of people calling me, I'm like, what are you doing? The game is on. I ain't watching the game. It's preseason.
Well, and that's just it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a waste of time because players are being evaluated.
It's not a waste of time for people that's actually trying to make the team.
Correct.
But as far as us being,
fandom,
fandom.
It's not a waste. It's still not a waste of time because fans get to preview their team. Is it a waste of time for like money in stadiums? They're still getting something from these games. So,
but are they? Because if you look at the Bengals attendance,
TV revenue.
Okay, TV revenue, advertising, things like that. But I'm trying to understand what's the issue with. You look at the Bengals stadium,
right.
Jam packed, and it's preseason. What's up with where the Browns fans at during preseason? Where y'all at?
Well,
Hold
Nick,
up, we outside, aren't we?
Tell me if you think it's this. The Bengals and I think mostly all the other NFL teams are starting some of their veteran players.
And that's what I'm talking about.
People
Why are
want
we
to
not?
see their veterans for at least 1 to 2 series.
I do.
And that may be it because the Bengals did it and they had more fans. We didn't do it, so most of our fans stayed at home.
Work some of these rookies in, not rookies. The people are trying to make the team work some of them
But that's
in.
not usually how it goes.
I want to see how it went when you was playing.
Yeah,
you was out there balling, and you was with some of the vets too.
What do you think?
I honestly think it's a sign of the Browns are in a good spot, right? I mean, we're used to, for decades, we're used to quarterback battles, we're used to defensive battles, we're used to any position battle, really. This year, you pretty much know your 22 guaranteed starters. I mean, sure, there's going to be a timeshare here with like linebacker and whatnot and running back, but outside of that, your team is pretty locked. You brought back almost everybody on defense. Your offensive pieces are pretty much the same with the addition of like a Jerry Jeudy, but I think it's a good sign that our front and center pieces are known starters, right? And it's nice to have these backup position battles, but in terms of fans coming out, yeah, I mean, there's not much to offer for those people that aren't truly like football fanatics that just live and breathe football. You know, they're not coming to see the second string, third string guys.
And
so I understand
the problem. We're set, and it might be boring, but for once, we have stability in our organization. I agree with Ryan with that.
So the Bengals don't. Now I haven't really been paying too much attention to them.
You got
somebody chime in.
You got Joe Burrow who had an injury,
the ankle, right?
And he was a season ending, so he has to come back and get his bearings.
Okay.
You have other guys; they're still kind of building. They just lost Mixon as a running back. They're trying to figure out if we got who we have. Who do we have in Zach Moss? Who I don't think who can step in the shoes of a Joe Mixon. Mm-hmm. So you got more question marks with other teams.
Okay.
And I think,
so you pretty much saying we good. You pretty much saying, we're not putting our veterans out there because the Browns are good this season. We were playing,
at least on paper. We're good on paper.
We were plagued by injury last year.
Correct.
We don't want to mess anything up during preseason.
And just to throw that, what you just said.
Y'all wrong though. Y'all can still come out and enjoy the sunshine, get some beers.
Where was you at?
It's something to do.
Where was you? You ain't talking about fans? You ain't gonna blame the fans? Ryan, where was this girl
I was at home trying to scratch the loading zone off of my TV.
Where was this?
Why do they keep putting the loading zone? What is this? Explain. I'm not trying to, divert the fact from the fact that I wasn't at the game either myself because I was at home comfortably on my couch watching
the loading zone.
What's up with the new kickoff rule? And it says loading zone all the bottom of my screen. What's going on?
Because it's trying to teach the viewers.
You like the deflection,
the new rule. Yeah, that's the deflection from where you were supposed to be. You can't mess with the fans when you ain't going yourself.
Okay, so let me come on. Okay, the thing about it is when Josh played, I wouldn't have to fight traffic. I would have parking passes. I wouldn't have to go across the street, to park and make my way down there. I just ride.
Excuse.
I ride right under the tunnel, go up to the elevator, and go to my seats.
That's not an excuse. That's good. That's not an excuse though. And I just want to say,
it's not.
We're on paper.
Okay, well, who watching got some sweets? Let me get some sweet passes. I come to the game. Is that a good deal?
That's a good deal.
Okay,
man.
now back
Invite
to
Maria to the suite.
And
she'll be at the game.
I'm a good entertainer, aren't I?
Yeah, you can.
I can do cocktails. I can sing. I'm having your company laughing. Anybody that that's on the team.
Stop selling yourself,
real
man.
quick. Anybody that's on the team currently, you're a girlfriend or a wife of a player, and you don't necessarily like your in-laws. I'm a good buffer because I'll entertain them.
You wasn't a good buffer with my parents.
No, I had buffers come to the game, so I wouldn't have to deal with them.
Is that what that was?
Buffers. You invite your friends, they buffers. You ain't got to talk to the in-laws and all. You invite your friends, and it's like
see how that go, Ryan?
You can sit right here.
All these years.
Y'all ain't know that, did y'all? Get you a good buffer.
All these different people coming to the games was Maria's buffers. I'm like, who is them? Who are the cousins?
Your mom ain't gonna talk my ear off every game. This when we not go, because she started talking about the Lord and the Bible and all that. I said, we watching football now.
And I knew
I want to curse.
My mama
Your mama
was
don't
right.
let me curse, Josh.
My mama was right when she said I was with a demon.
I can't drink my beer in front of her. She be judging me.
Demon.
Was she judging me, Josh?
She should have exercised you when I knew that. Your parents know best sometimes when they tell you you're getting too big for your britches.
I can't even drink my drink in front of your mom and watch the game in peace.
Respect. You have respect.
And see, and that's what I'm talking about. I gotta respect. I'm trying to watch the game, and so anyway, back to the loading rule.
Okay.
Why is that on my screen, and what is it? How do you feel about this new rule, Josh?
Again, and we're not going to go into that again because we already covered it.
But I forgot.
Listen to me.
Okay.
It's the new dynamic kickoff rule, and I did a video for the NFL as well, highlighting the new dynamic kickoff and the changes. So again, what that is simply the collision that usually takes place on the regular kickoff. Now they've shortened the distance between them two, so the impact zone isn't met with such force. Those guys are about 5 yards away from each other, and they make that drop down the field. But now they have those drops right into your face. The impact zone is right there, so it limits the level of impact and the level of injury.
You like it?
So that's why the dynamic. I think I would have been a Hall of Famer a year ago under this. I would have had about 50 touchdowns under this rule.
You be juking everybody?
Nope, no juke. One cut downhill. Again, I was a bigger style returner.
Yeah, you was heavy.
So
I hit. You had too many Dunkin' Donuts.
No, and you gonna see after when we go to that Affinity Whole Health.
You over there looking like
segment.
You over there looking like Njoku. Remember that season you gained all that weight? Did Njoku gain weight?
That was the lockout. He probably got a little musket. I don't know. And during the lockout, I did gain weight.
He been eating that Dunkin' just like you was eating that Dunkin'.
Work out. The judgment, man. The judgment from the. Okay, let's move on. I wanted to hop into Deshaun Watson. All right, and Ryan, I want you to help me with this because during preseason last year, Deshaun Watson, one of his favorite targets was slipping my mind, number 8.
Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore. And I used to say, Elijah, I want more.
You did.
Right? And how did that work out for the season? I mean, I not that he underperformed. There wasn't just a lot of targets to Elijah Moore. He just didn't get some games you saw him, but mostly you didn't, right? And now we're seeing that there's a healthy dose of him and Jerry Jeudy in training camp right now. So when you look at, who would be his favorite target, do you think it's more Jerry Jeudy, him coming signing his big contract, or Amari Cooper signing a big contract, Ryan, or maybe somebody else? What you think?
I think it'll be Amari Cooper at the end of the day. I think he'll lead the team in targets and receptions, and I think he should. I think he's still clearly the best receiver on this team. Now, Jerry Jeudy could carve out a very important role, and in fact, he should carve out a very important role, and the Browns are going to plan for that role, right. Quite frankly. They traded for him, and then they immediately extended him. They clearly have plans for him. And then you got to go see what you have in him because you're not likely going to have Amari Cooper after this season. Maybe another one-year deal, but I honestly don't think he'll be here next season. Then you have a guy like Cedric Tillman, though, still very unproven. Elijah Moore is going to be free agent after this season. I'm not sure he's going to be on the Browns next year. You got an upcoming guy like Jamari Thrash, but I think it'll be Amari Cooper still, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jerry Jeudy does have a very big role in this offense because they need to go see what they have in him this season.
So there was a little rumor out there about CD Lamb. Did you hear a little hint on that? And I know he's going to be a Dallas Cowboy.
Josh?
I know he's going to be a Dallas Cowboy, and they're going to wrap that up. But because people know how Andrew Berry can kind of pull rabbits out of a hat, and we said this last year because we have some linemen down. And Maria, you mentioned how we don't want to get our players injured in preseason. And what happened last week? We lost a lot of backup linemen, crucial backup linemen. Hudson, a guy who can fill in anywhere on that offensive line, and some other young guys who. That's why we had to bring in some more backup guys. So injuries happen.
You're right.
But when we see that rumor with CD Lamb, and then you already talked about Amari Cooper, and he going in his last year. You already talked about a lot of guys who are in their last year of their deal, and they probably won't be. Elijah Moore probably won't be back. Doesn't that kind of sound good? Just think of that real quick.
I mean, it would take at least 2 first-rounders and probably a piece or 2 there. But, I mean, if Andrew Berry could truly make that money work and you could lock him up for the next, let's say, 3 years, pair him with Jerry Jeudy, then, yeah, that would be an immediate upgrade. CeeDee Lamb led the league in receptions and yards last year, I believe. So he's clearly one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. But
Jerry would have to be he would have to not. He would be less than smart to let him go.
He would be very less than smart to let him go. He is their entire offense right now. And
well, you did say he was an idiot last week.
Jerry Jones is a very big idiot. And I stand on that. I stand on that.
No, I don't disagree. some of your actions speak for you, right?
Yeah.
And if he was to let him go, I know a lot of Stars fans, they would be cursing Jerry Jones out.
A lot of them already doing it right now.
And they let him already do. And I like to, I'm from Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And that was like...
That was y'all's rival.
That was like the Steelers.
Right.
That was compared to how, we feel about the Steelers now.
Right.
So...
E. Lamb, though, that do sound nice, though. I want to ask everybody their predictions this season when it comes to our Brownies. So don't go anywhere, you guys. We'll be right back. All right, now you guys, welcome back to the Return with Josh and Maria Cribbs. Now, I just have to ask, Josh.
Okay.
You talked about the Stars, which I'm assuming that means Cowboys.
Right.
That's going to be a tough game for a home opener.
Of course.
What do y'all think what are your predictions this season for the Browns? How many games we win this season?
Ryan?
7? My mom said 7.
7?
Yeah, she did.
What?
She said at least 7.
Your mom's a
No. My mom said 6 and 10, and the guy in the elevator said the guy from the beginning of the show. He said 7. She's like, "How you gonna one up me?"
It's 17 games.
Yep.
So she got
I'm going with Rose. She said at least 6.
At least 6? That is terrible. I want to throw a boomerang.
And then the guy
there.
from the elevator, Jack, I think he said at least 10.
We need to invest in a boomerang.
Yes, we do.
Because I just, not to be domestic, dispute, but
no, I didn't. My mom. You gonna hit my mom?
What?
She's a police officer, mom.
That's
You don't
why it
want
needs
that.
to be a boomerang.
She's
so
still
I can
probably
be like,
carrying.
catch it.
She's still probably carrying, Josh. You don't want that.
Yeah, she carrying. You right. But you said you'd agree.
Because my mom be knowing what she's talking about.
So you just going with your mom?
Yeah, I'm just going with my mom.
I just disagree with both of you.
Okay.
Even though our strength of schedule was number 1 in the NFL, I think we have the dogs up front. We have the dogs in the back. As it relates to our defense alone keeps us in these games. Not even talking about offense. Let's just say Deshaun Watson isn't there. We got dogs on the defensive side that's mirroring the potential of the Ravens from 2001 or 2000 Ravens with Jamal Lewis and the boys and Ray Lewis and those guys.
Right.
They won, again, no disrespect to Trent Dilfer, but they won without a high-powered offense. It was straight defense. It was a low-scoring game. It was like 13-0, 13-6, something like that. Because it was a straight defensive game.
Right.
So our defense is top for a reason. So that whole 6-game win, they pulled that out of the hat, rabbit out of the hat.
I'm not trying to hear all the rigmarole.
Okay.
I asked you, what are your predictions this season for the Browns? How many games we win in this season?
I
started falling asleep. What you talking about?
I'm mansplaining the ridiculousness of you and your mom. And the defense that we have, look at what happened last season without quarterbacks.
What was our record last season?
Without an offensive line.
11-6.
11-6.
Yeah, Mom.
Without an offensive line.
On this show like this saying 6 and...
Without an offensive line. Without Deshaun Watson for the majority of the year, with P.J. Walker, with a depleted team, we went 11-6.
Okay.
So I tell people out there, man, how dare you sleep on a team that went 11-6 with such depletion? I'm lost for words, so I'm gonna just give my record, and then Ryan, you can go. I'm thinking.
Hey, Mom, I got you on the show.
A repeat.
Can you tell? I got you on the show.
Wins.
Can you tell Josh
she
why you
called her mom?
Why did you say we're gonna go 6 and what? 6 and 10?
We got 17 games.
No, I said 10 and 7.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, moms.
Is that better?
10 and 7.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Mom.
Thank you.
I'll let you get back to work. Love you.
Okay, see you.
I just had to clarify. Okay, so we good
clarify.
now? We
yes.
good? Okay.
10 and 7.
Okay, I'm sorry
that's
about that.
more like
10
it.
And 7.
Playing the toughest schedule.
And I told you, my mom know what she's talking about.
And that's more like it. That can sit well with me because that's playoffs. That's the whole AFC North.
Ryan's giving this shake of approval.
Yes.
Okay.
10 and 7 is more, and I say a repeat. I just don't see them losing a lot from having the best defense. I just don't see it because, I mean, with nothing, we had everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see them having, this team having the coaching staff revamped, as it is, even bringing over Ken Dorsey, even having Rabel back there. I mean, I just don't see them losing their wits in this year, even with the schedule. So I'm gonna go 11-6. Ryan, what say you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 11-6 too. I think 11-6 is guarantees you a playoff spot for sure. 10-7, you're probably getting in the playoffs, but I mean, you know best.
Right.
10-7 doesn't, or at that point, 10-6 doesn't guarantee you anything. But yeah, and ultimately, I mean, I'm just saying what everybody knows here, nothing new. It's all going to come down to Deshaun Watson with the team around him, both defensively and offensively. You give me average quarterback play, they should be in a position to win at least 10 games. Hopefully, like I said, 11, even if you're in the hardest division in football in the AFC North. That's how talented they are, and that's really just reiterates the importance of Deshaun Watson playing well this season.
I like what he said. Even with average quarterback play, you still win these games. And that's basically what I went on that rant about. We don't need MVP Deshaun Watson. We need average quarterback play that can get up the ground and look, score every time you got the ball. And scoring doesn't always have to be a touchdown.
Right.
Because with that defense, average quarterback play gets you in.
Right.
And that's all we saying. So I hope that answered your question.
I know he's coming off of the injury. Has he been playing at all? Has he been out there yet?
He's been working. Okay. He's been moving, but hasn't been, live contact, hasn't been, in practice, going through handoffs and stuff like that, getting any type of contact. But he has been moving, has been cutting. Okay. And, it's a lot of people, if you go see him, they be like, oh, man, Chubb is out there cutting on it, making moves. It looks good. He looks like he'll be back. Even I listened to Coach and his son on the podcast.
Greg.
Yep. My brain, thanks for helping me out. Yeah, come get some. They even, mentioned how they saw him out there, and he could be back quicker than a lot of people think. Okay. He might be off the PUP before the season starts. Doesn't mean he's going to play right away, but that frees him up within the first 3 games or so. So,
question too. Does anyone want to chime in on why everybody is blowing up my phone asking for tickets to the Cowboys game? Non-Browns fan and non-Cowboys fans want to be at this game. What is all the buzz about?
I mean, that's a primetime game. It's 4:25.
Okay.
Everybody want to see what the Browns going to do. Everybody want to see what the Stars are going to do. Tom Brady is going to be his game debut, commentating the game as a color analyst.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the Stars are going to be out for this game, rightfully so. Again, highly touted Browns, highly touted Cowboys, and Tom Brady adds something to this game, and it's in prime time. Well, 4:25.
4:25 is good.
Afternoon game. So. A lot. It's going to be a lot to this game right here, so don't sleep on it. With that, we'll take another commercial break.
Be right back, you guys. All right, you guys, welcome back to the show. Now, this segment is brought to you by no other than Affinity Health. Now, Affinity Whole Health, offers personalized treatment plans to help people feel better. You trying to feel better, Josh?
Yeah, I need to feel better.
All right, now look, whether you're struggling to lose weight, low energy, muscle loss, like poor concentration, poor sleep, Affinity can help you with it all. Now, Affinity Whole Health provides expert guidance and support to help you reach your health goals safely. Now, some people, if you're doing extreme things out there, that can only last for so long. You got to do it the right way, and Affinity Whole Health can help you with that. Now, look, they have you covered because they have locations here in Ohio, and they also have locations down in my hometown of Columbus, Ohio. So family members watching, y'all have no excuse to not be on top of your health because Affinity Whole Health will help you out. Now, don't wait any longer. Set up a free consultation by going to AffinityWholeHealth.com. That is AffinityWholeHealth.com. And actually, Josh and I went out to the Affinity Whole Health.
I don't appreciate your jokes on that either, man. I just...
Oh, you saw the video I did?
Yeah, I was laughing a little bit, but I don't appreciate your jokes, man.
It's just jokes.
You're a comedian on that, man.
Y'all, check this video out of our time down in the Affinity Whole Health office. Check this out. What's up, you guys? It's Josh and Maria here. We're on our way to Affinity Whole Health in Beechwood because we want to conquer the symptoms of aging. Isn't that right, Josh?
Absolutely.
On top of that, stay on top of our health. So anything we can do to, keep from getting fatigued or, groggy, moody, low energy, we want to make sure we're living our best life. And we're going to see the services that they provide, and we're going to take you along with us. Josh, are there any signs of aging or symptoms of aging that you have been...
Nope. Just you saying I'm groggy and moody,
grumpy.
I don't believe it, but I thought I would entertain your opinion. How about that?
Okay, we're going to see what they have to say. Hey Josh, we're here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Affinity Whole Health. Here we go.
Hey guys.
Oh, wait a minute. I know them. I know you guys. What's up, guys? What's up?
So we now have Cleveland or Beechwood, right? We have an office down by you. We have a house. We have in Carmel, and that was about a year ago.
Carmel, that's where the money resides over there. We used to live, yeah. We was with the Colts, big money, right, yeah.
We are growing.
That's a good thing.
I heard about that. So, appreciate you guys coming in. This is one of our providers. This is blood work from you. We'll hop on an in-body. We'll schedule you for one of your consults. Now, obviously, we have a physical location, so you guys can do consults in person. So we've been, like I said, in the Cleveland market.
It's the moment of truth, y'all. They want me to get on the scale. Now, I was thinking about just running out the door, but I might as well go ahead and get on the scale.
There you go.
Oh my God, y'all, it's creeping up, y'all. I think something wrong with the scale now. I think it's, 10 pounds must have been added on by accident. You gotta get back on there. I'm not done? Oh, okay, hold on.
No.
We love Affinity Whole Health. I'm so glad they are letting us, take control of our health the right way. So I'm excited to see our results.
I usually get this arm more veinage, but
I can see it right there in the middle.
That's the one he used. He shoot up the hair on.
You know what? Look,
You got one good vein left, huh, Josh? There you go.
230.
See you. Thank you. Now, see, that wasn't that bad. Okay, forgive me for the joke. I was joking, babe. I'm glad you got
one good vein left, huh?
He got one good vein
Yeah,
left.
we got-
But
yeah.
actually, our results are in, and I think we're going to do an interview where we're going to talk about those live on the show maybe next
Right.
week. But we got our results back. It was just, we just simple draw blood, and then that machine that you saw Josh get on with taking the weight and all that, it did like a full body mass.
Yeah,
see,
get my BMI.
yeah, it's good to see where
body
you're at.
fat,
It's good to
all
know your
that.
numbers and all that. So we'll talk about
Yes.
that next week on the show. So shout out to Affinity Whole Health for taking good care of us. And look, we got another commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, now you guys, welcome back to the show. I feel like this is like Brown Central right here. You got more Browns talk?
As we get closer to the game,
Season, baby. Yeah.
And Deshaun is going to play this weekend, versus Seattle, and it's an away game. I would have preferred him to play here at home, but Ryan, do you think Deshaun could take a hit? Because I think we need
That
him
shoulder.
to be able to be him, which includes some
He shouldn't be
running
taking
at
no
times.
hits. It's the O-line doing what they're supposed to do.
I definitely want him to play, and it was interesting because the plan was for sure for Deshaun Watson to play this Saturday. Then Kevin Stefanski actually came out today and said, "Well, we're gonna think about it this week and then come up with an ultimate decision later this week." Now that sucks because the reason they're doing that is because you got so many offensive tackles injured. Wills isn't coming back; he's not even at practice yet. You lost Hakeem Adeniji, you lost Jermaine Ifedi, who's going to be back though. He hurt his hand. It sucks. Left tackle is absolutely obsolete right now for the Browns, so that's their only really concern to not put him out there. But I still think he needs to get out there. Listen, you can play these joint practices; they're great, and I understand that. But you can't simulate real pressure, right? You got to get into the game where you got defensive ends coming right at you. You got to be able to feel that presence in the pocket. And Deshaun Watson hasn't been on a field and played football since that Ravens game, right? I don't really necessarily want him going in dry to week 1 against Dallas when you got Micah Parsons and company coming at you. I understand the hesitancy with the tackle issue, but I think he needs to go out there and at least play a couple series before he starts off against Dallas.
I agree, and it's just nothing like that real contact. And again, Maria, it's not really for me that the line should be that good that he doesn't get hit. It's the fact that for Deshaun Watson to be Deshaun Watson, that entails him actually running with the football some and keeping plays alive or keep helping us keep the chains going. So he'll have to be mobile at times to be his complete self. He takes off and run. And last year they had design runs for him, and that's how he ended up ultimately hurting his shoulder.
Right.
Taking a hit probably the game before, but actually being who he is. So my question was, do you think Deshaun Watson can take a hit? Can he take a hit and keep going and not have any injuries? So that, hopefully we don't have to worry about that. But I agree with you, Brian. I think he should be able to be out there and get some of that rec, to get tackled a few times, to get lathered up, to whereas he is ready against the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
That's my biggest worry. I think us as fans, he may not be worried. He can give it up. And again, these are
fine.
players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they feel like they just fine. But for us as fans, we feel like, man, you need to go out there and get some wreck in first. And now we can take a sigh of relief because even if he's ready and he does good, every fan is going to be like, every play, get rid of the ball. You okay, Deshaun? Is he okay? Check him. I mean, we're going to be on pins and needles throughout the game about our starting quarterback, Deshaun Watson.
And I don't know if Deshaun Watson is ready for this, but I'm ready for him to come on the show. I got a list of people that want to come on the show. Deshaun Watson, I'm going to need to see you. Amari Cooper, I'm going to need to see you. I want to see Njoku on the show.
Okay.
I feel like, Josh, start sliding in the do what you got to do.
Okay.
Slide in the DMs. I want a player on the show every week.
Okay.
Come show Big Play some love, baby. We need you on here.
Okay, I get
Chubb. Come on, Chubb. Come on to the show.
Yeah.
Come on to the room.
In the room.
I'm for real. Line them up, baby. Line them up, okay?
I got you, baby.
All right.
All right. So, I'm going to skip past the last one. I want to go to our son.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, we showed some footage of Izzy playing for Archbishop Hoban. He got moved up to the varsity team, from freshman to the varsity team. Now he's going to be a backup quarterback for Hoban and varsity level. He's going to play in JV.
Play
JV and sit varsity, which is tremendous. But he actually got some time against Jackson in the last preseason game, and I think he did tremendously well. Here's a little bit of his clips right here. Throwing the football, he threw a touchdown pass right here, and I was just amazed, like, oh, Lord, son, you're looking like your pops out there. Right here, just a little dump-off pass, and the running back was able to get loose. And then right here, I mean, the accuracy that he's showing, with these passing routes and the timing, look like me out there, Maria, and I'm just excited,
You got to tell the truth. You said actually
the rollout pass.
You told me in the car actually he looks way better
on
than
the
I
money.
You still
I
watch?
mean, he looks good. Look at that right here. Oh, in that zone. And the boy look good, man. I didn't want to tell him now.
No, you got to tell him what you said in the car because you said actually he looks way better than I looked at that.
Yeah, definitely. I was playing Pop Warner, Ryan, at this level. My team for Pop Warner went to Florida. At this level, I was not playing varsity.
You always talking about this Florida trip.
Yeah, because we made it there.
Tell them where you went, babe.
Wild World of Sports, Orlando, Florida.
You tell everybody this story every
Pop
time.
Warner, you can look it up. Blue Ridge Warriors in D.C. We went down. We made it to the show.
And the Animal Kingdom.
But yeah, we did all that. Had fun, lived memories that last
you guys are going to hear this. You're going to hear this story.
But
again.
I didn't make varsity at this level.
Oh, well, you went to Dunbar.
But I didn't
they had
have
the talent there.
Ryan, I didn't have me teaching me. You know what I'm saying? Who been there and done that? I think his pops got something to do with it. I don't know. Okay. I'm just, a little shout out to his
Well, he plays this
pops.
Saturday. His first game will be this Saturday, right?
Yes, he plays
against a
this
school
Saturday.
from your area.
Yeah, so they play Archbishop Spalding from Maryland, who also a good ranked team in the nation. But they play Eds this year, Ignatius.
Right.
They play Glenville.
Yeah,
they play top
schools.
teams in the league, and this is what this team does to be one of the best. They're a Nike school as well.
Okay.
So they do their thing.
They do their thing. Ryan, do we got to take another commercial?
One more
commercial break. Don't go anywhere, you guys. We'll be right back. All right, now you guys, welcome back to the show. Now, I'm talking about football, Josh.
Okay.
We're going to be at Hoban on Friday nights for the varsity game.
Friday night.
And then Saturday mornings for the JV game.
For the JV.
So, friends, don't be calling me last minute trying to get me to go nowhere because my weekends are tied up.
Yeah, we tied up.
Well, my girlfriend did call me, and guess where we went, Josh?
Oh, my God.
To the Missy Elliot concert. And I got some footage for y'all. Check this out, y'all.
What's up, y'all? So I want to give a shout out to Mr. Chris, who was working. You know what? I ain't going to give a shout out to him because he didn't let me park where I probably shouldn't have been parking because I didn't have no pass. But shout out to him and the whole team for letting me in because the parking was crazy downtown. I would have been late to the Sierra, Busta Rhymes, Timberland, Missy Elliott concert. There's a Guardians game going on right now. I gotta go order food, but I'm in the house. The concert, Cleveland is lit. The city is lit. We outside. Love y'all.
My friend said she went to the Chris Brown concert in Arizona, and their arena had what inside? Benihana's. Like Benihana's Hibachi, like right there in Beechwood.
I got the video to play.
While we eating French fries. All right, now come on, Cleveland, do better.
I can't even lie. I'm over here tearing these French fries up, but if I was in Arizona, I could be having the hibachi steak and chicken right now with a little shrimp appetizer, the mushrooms, the yum yum sauce. So I think as a whole, we got to do better with our food selections here at the venue. We be hungry, and then the potatoes are honestly gonna soak up my double. It's gonna soak up my double. I'm trying to have a good night. You know? Hibachi steak and chicken. Benihana's inside of Rocket Morgan Fieldhouse. Let's go. Why did I just see somebody I know and they were like, "Oh, Maria, you drink beer?" And if I did, even this is cider. I love cider, but I can have a beer too. Like, what's wrong with beer? But this is a cider, so.
This is where we stay.
Now, Josh, you wish you was there, huh?
I do. Now that I see
and
what
let
you
me
saw.
just say the disrespect of somebody coming up to me. When I go to these concerts, you know I be having my hat down because I don't be putting no makeup on and I be on TV and I don't want nobody to know me drinking and I'm walking around the hallways acting up.
You be lit.
So she was like, "Maria, is that you? Ew, you drink beer?"
Who said that?
Some random lady. And so I'm thinking like,
Hold up, you had beer though?
First
you really
of all,
don't usually drink beer.
First of all, it was a cider.
Okay.
But I will drink beer. There's nothing. I mean, women drink beer too. I think she was just shocked.
I don't see you drink beer too often though.
Ladies, y'all drink beer? Do y'all drink beer, ladies? I had a cider, but I felt like she was like, "Ugh, like you drink."
You ain't the Maria Cribs. I thought.
And I was like,
drinking that beer.
I have a little straw going around.
Drinking beer shamed you like a mug. Did you feel some type of way inside? Like,
I was like, it's a cider.
It's a cider.
You drink beer? Okay, Ryan, Josh, chime in. Do you know any ladies that drink beer?
Somebody say that, I'm gonna just keep
Honest to God, the only woman I know that really truly likes beer is my mother. I don't think I've ever met really another woman that drinks beer.
Really?
Like maybe like a Michelob Ultra or a Corona, but like no, they don't drink beers.
Maria's very eclectic when it comes to her alcohol. She'll drink anybody under the table.
Don't worry, I'm gonna have me a drink line coming one of these days. Somebody gonna be like, Maria, they're gonna reach out and say, Maria, let's get a line going. I'm gonna say, let's do it as long as it tastes good. The thing about
I have to cut Maria off. So it ain't beer that's gonna do it.
Don't sit on this show like I got a problem.
I ain't saying you got no problem. I'm just in it. I just know that you'll drink dudes under the table. Like I gotta go and cut Maria off. I gotta talk to the bartender.
4, 5, 6, 7 shots.
Like when she chugged that drink at the brew kettle.
Yes,
I remember that.
It just went down so easily, no burn or nothing. I'm like, dang, it tastes like fire to me.
Because I'm a football wife.
It tastes like fire to me.
I'm a football wife, and that's all that is to that. But let me just tell you something about beer. It's consistent everywhere you go. Now, if I go to a club or something, a bar, and get a cocktail, it depends on how the bartender make it and things like that. But you put that beer on tap, it's consistency.
Okay.
And so you know what I'm saying?
I see that because you got a family at
home.
She
did shame me. And shout out to the man who let me park. So I was gonna pull the Josh Cribbs card.
Okay.
I pulled the Josh Cribbs card. You know I never do that.
How does that work?
Because the parking was crazy downtown.
Okay.
And they talking about full or parking pass only. And I didn't have neither one. I didn't have no I knew it was full and I didn't have no parking pass. So I had to say, you know, you watch Browns football? And the guy's like, mm-hmm. And I was like, I know who you are, Maria. I was like, I said, let me park over there. And they let me park over there.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so
I appreciate that. You should have took a
picture.
picture.
I still didn't park where you park. I didn't park where you get to park.
Yeah, y'all look out for
Shout out to the parking team. Anybody in the city of Cleveland.
And if she doing anything bad, y'all let me know.
Yeah, let them know.
Be a snitch for
shout out to everybody that lets me park where I'm not supposed to be parking because Josh, what he did for this city, I appreciate anything. I don't usually pull the Cribs card, but it was just so backed up in there I had to. But let's talk about my friend saying that Arizona, the Arizona Stadium has a Benihana's inside of it, Josh.
Oh, okay. So
now we got some great selections down there.
We got to pick our game up, our concession game up.
So if we get this new stadium in Brook Park, I'm gonna need the Browns to have fine dining inside the stadium.
Fine dining?
Not, even though Benihana's is that.
You're going to need somebody in there chopping up, cooking the food in front of you.
I'm over there.
Doing sake bombs. That's what it is, Ryan. Sake bombs.
You know you're going to toss that shrimp in your mouth. I'm be like,
you're like, come on, throw it in my mouth.
Oh, my God.
Hey, before we get out of here, you guys have a pop-up?
Oh, we do. Ryan, thank you. We're going to host Pop-Up in the Park this Sunday. Singer Genuine's going to be there. It's the MTKYN Foundation. That's Denzel Ward, his mother, Nicole. Absolutely. We're going to be down there having some fun. And we hosting from 6 to 10 p.m. So come down there, show us some love. We're going to be doing that singing contest again.
Yes.
And we might do that pop the balloon or find love or rendition of that. We're going to have a good time, y'all.
Do what?
We are. We're going to have some fun. Okay. Ryan, thank you so much for reminding me. Look, we love you guys so much for watching. Make sure you stay safe. Go Browns. And we'll see you next time on The Return with Josh Maria Cribbs. Bye.
Peace.